What's going on, YouTube? I'm a little crazy. I like to have fun. Got 3 girls, so yeah, it is what it is. Hey, before we start, for those that you have been following me, leave me a comment below. I need your help. I'm trying to make like a tagline for the beginning of the video. My name's Flockhart. Last name's Flockhart. So do I want to say, hey, what's up, Flockers? I thought that'd be kind of cool. A little bit controversial. Whatever. There's a video game called The Flockers, so I don't know if that'll contradict that or whatever, or if there's a name that you guys like better. So the main focus of this channel is I'm doing Amazon FBA, and I'm doing a lot of other talks about different investments and things like that. I'm by no means a professional, but today what I want to talk to you about is why you're going to fail. You're going to fail at just about every online business you start. And let me start off by apologizing to those that may make it or think you've made it, because you guys did what these people couldn't do, and I'm going to tell you exactly why. Really, really simple. So let's start off with the number one reason right here. Scroll all the way up. 50 legitimate ways to make money from home. So one, you guys aren't clear what you're looking for. You really don't know why you're starting this. Some of you may want out of your job. Some of you may want more time with the kids. Some of you want more this, and that. Some want a new car. But that's not a good enough reason. That's not enough to make it work. Trust me, I've done it. I've probably done 20 different online things, entrepreneurial things, but I kid you not, I have given up partway through almost every single one of them. It's because I refuse to be clear with myself why I'm really doing it. Yeah, do I want fame? No. Do I want, a lot of money? Yes. Do I want to make a difference? I don't care. I just want to make a lot of money. So if you're like most people and you just want it to work, you want something easy, simple, you could have done that with every other thing you've done online, and I don't care what you say, unless it was a scheme and I got arrested and all that stuff, that you can control that part of it. But let me give you an example. I know people I grew up with that did a company called Herbalife, and I still love their products. I've been taking it for 17, 18 years. Parents do it full time. They make a living off of it, pretty good living. So that's a work from home business. That's their pyramid scheme that everybody calls. It's completely wrong. It's perfectly good. But I was making money with it. I was making $2,000 a month with it. Was I too young to care? Yeah. I just wanted to play video games and drive a nice car that looked cool. So there's a lot of people that I've seen go. I've trained a lot of people with it. I've seen a lot of people stay. And the ones that I've seen stay, I've seen make an enormous amount of money. I've got people I've seen making $20,000 a month plus, and it's just crazy ridiculous. But those guys have a real passion for helping people. And sometimes when you start the business, that's not initially your passion. For me, I'd love to help people. I love to teach. That's the reason I'm doing a lot of the YouTube stuff, is I'm kind of teaching, talking to myself and doing all this stuff. But on the side, not only am I documenting what I do, but I'm also can teach things that I learned to other people, so that you can try to not make the mistakes that I've made. That's the thing that I see a lot of people fall into, is they really don't know why they're really doing it. And when I say why, it's not as easy as writing 3 things down and those are your 3 things. You've really got to get heartfelt with it. I'm not going to get into that because it gets really emotional. But that's probably the number one reason I'd say people fail, and why you would likely fail, is because you really don't know why you want to stay home with the kids. You don't know why it's important for you to spend more time with them, because your parents didn't spend as much time with you because they're always working. You don't want your kids to grow up in that atmosphere. So there's deeper roots to why. And the reason we talk about this is because there's going to be dips. And these dips are going to be failures. I'm sourcing a product right now. I'm going through the frustration. It's hit Amazon. By the way, it's there. My product is there. It's exciting. And it's also, I'm ripping my hair out because I'm going crazy, because I'm refreshing, and there's 198 items that have shown logged into inventory, but only 63 are showing available. And when you click on my link, it doesn't even say it's for sale. It says it's out of stock. So I've read a lot online. Just give it some time. It can take up to 5 to 10 days for Amazon to log that inventory. It's kind of pissing me off a little bit, but it's the challenge. I'm going to go through it. I'm going to wait, 5 to 10 days. And if it's not up there, I'm going to call Amazon like a little kid. Give me help. I want to sell. So that's the number one thing. The other reason is you're flooded. You're completely flooded with stuff. This is my fault that I have always fallen into. There's always a better way to do something. And if you would have stuck out what you could have done with any of them, I don't care if you were selling Amway, I don't care if you're selling Herbalife, I don't care if you're selling stuff online. If you would have stuck it out, devoted the time specifically to that specific item, not pulling time away, not doing YouTube videos like I'm trying to do, which is that's my flaw. I love doing this, so that's kind of my part-time, but not doing, just focus, right? Lock yourself in the room for a weekend, buy Jungle Scout if you're going to buy it, or use Amazowl for free if you're going to use something free. And that's how I started. I used Amazowl, didn't like it as much. There was a lot of stuff I just got frustrated with, so I bought Jungle Scout, and then just go off of that. So just lock yourself in the room, find a product. I kid you not, I spent 3 hours last night because I've done this enough, and I found 7 products. And I could bet you 4 or 5 of them are going to turn out pretty good. So I really want to look for as many products as I can find, because if I need to diversify my money and put something into something else, eventually I'm going to have 10 products out there that are just slamming the market. And that's going to be where the big income is. Sure, out of those 10, probably 30 of them are going to fail. That might be my 40th product out. That's going to be my 10th big hitter. But that's what it takes. It's trial, research, get better. Learn 1%, get better 1% every day. Okay, so if you're not reading any self-development, you don't have to. My favorite book is the Grant Cardone, the 10X Rule. Haven't even read it. It just sits on my desk all day long. I look at it. It says 10X. I know the premises. Do 10 times the work, you get 10 times the results. And so it's. I mean, I'm not saying you shouldn't read it. It does benefit you more if you do read the books, because there's a lot of knowledge in there that just kind of gets you through things. This is the other reason. There's too much stuff online. If you want 50 ways that you can make money from home, this the first thing I Googled was how to make money online. Make money online at home. You could do surveys. You could do these rebate things. You can do $10 Amazon gift card. You can test pizza. I mean, there's tons of stuff to do. And let's scroll back. Let's go back. So 7 realistic ways to make money online on Entrepreneur. This is out of the Entrepreneurial magazine. So let's see. Get past these ads here. Number 1, leverage the app economy. So the app was kind of like the internet boom, and it exploded. There's millions of apps, but you still can kind of leverage that. Drive for Uber or Lyft. Drive for Postmates. TaskRabbit, Ebates. Ebates is a pretty cool thing. It's just a lot of buying and selling, or just do all, to get like rebates and stuff. Use existing websites. There's tons of stuff. So the biggest things you're going to see online when you do this, and I'm sorry I didn't show my screen here. I was scrolling through websites when I was talking to you, so I forgot to switch over. Anyways, the biggest thing that you're going to find is there's 3 main things. These are the biggest things all over if you're on YouTube. So there is Amazon FBA, where you put a little bit of money in, sometimes a lot if you want to go crazy. I am investing. I'm probably going to invest about $3,000 into my first product. You're putting a lot of time up front, and then you're kind of putting it on autopilot once you've got a product, if it makes it successful. Otherwise, you're doing it again. You're clearing out your inventory. You lost your money on that product. You break even, maybe lose a little bit, maybe $500, whatever, right? You just keep your money, because you're still going to source your product out for cheap, and just get rid of the inventory. So, and then maybe you start over. But now you start over. You got a lot of time up front finding a product, a little bit more specific now because you know what you're looking for. You're gonna kind of brand it better this time because you know that didn't work last time. Focus on keywords, because the different video. So that's the Amazon FBA. That's the number one thing that people are doing. The other one is drop shipping. So they're building a Shopify account, which is just a store, an internet store, and they're finding products that they can just sell to people on Facebook. They market it to Facebook. Their little tchotchke stuff for $20, sometimes $60. They're the coolest thing out there. I think there's like a tattoo remover or a like a mole remover. It like kind of lasers it, and it's like $30, right? It's pretty cool. But they're taking those, they're building a website for it for sale. They're kind of making it around that category, and then they're buying ads, cheap ads, to people on Facebook, and that's some people are making $10,000-$20,000 a month, right there. The problem that they're running into, where you see all these things, Shopify's dead, is that they're not making more than that. They're kind of dying off because everybody jumps on that product, and then they just drop the price down so low, the ads fizzle out, and then they got to start over. They got to find another product. But it's constant work. So you're watching the ads, adjusting them, watching the ads, adjust the price. It's daily. I mean, then fill out the orders, drop ship them, deal with customer service. I mean, there's a lot more involved in that. And that's why I chose Amazon FBA, is because I'm taking money. I'm doing retail arbitrage. I'm putting the legwork in, building money to fund the one that'll eventually take me out of the whole race. So yes, could the same thing happen on Amazon? Yeah, not likely as quickly because there's not as many people joining that because it takes some money up front. Okay, and then the third one is affiliates. So if you were to go right now, click on the link below onto the Jungle Scout app, they're going to pay me, I think it's $20 if you buy the program. Okay, do it. Click it right now. No. I don't care about that part. I've had a couple people actually do it just from me saying what I've done with it and how much I like it. And so that's just me affiliating. You can do that with all sorts of stuff. That's just like the stores where you're going to have to go in and you're going to have to say, okay, every day I got to adjust I'm going to advertise a website, because that's really what they're doing. Is they're doing the same thing like Shopify. They're building a website pretty inexpensively and easy. And then they're just putting all the links in there. They're making reviews, putting links in there. And then people are clicking the links, buying them, and that's it. You can do that with Amazon. You can get an affiliate link where if you refer your friend to a $10,000 TV, you get 2 or 4% of that profit. Or you refer them to a $10 mouse and keyboard, you get a dollar or 2% or whatever the price is. So those are the different things that you can do. The problem is there's too much out there. There's so many things. Everybody wants to be financial free. Everybody wants to live. Everyone wants the Ferraris, the cars, and all that stuff. But don't get glamorized by that. I mean, it's fun to watch. I love watching The Profit. I love watching every financial show there is. But the problem is our minds keep shifting. So you're on track, and then you see somebody else do something different, and then you kind of slide over, and then all of a sudden you're off in a different direction. And this didn't work because I gave it time. That didn't work because I gave it a week, or I gave it a month, or I gave it a year. What if you made $30,000 let me change that. What if you did something for 5 years, and then at the end of the 5th year, you hit it big? Do you think you could hold out the 5 years? The problem is we don't know. We just mentally, what if this is the wrong idea? Why is everybody else making it? So that's where you guys really need to focus. What do I want to do? Do I want to sell makeup? Do I want to sell Amazon? Do I want to do websites? Do I want to just make a small income? Okay, which is probably Amazon, or doing one of these top 50 things, where you're going to sign up for gift cards or something, or take surveys for a couple $100 a month. And maybe that's your route. Problem is you're likely going to get bored with it. No matter what you do, you'll probably get bored with Amazon. You'll get bored with, it's just in our nature. We constantly want to do stuff. So the last reason that you guys are possibly not going to be successful, I hope you fix this. I've kind of fixed this, and I've fixed most of it, is stop spending money. Yes, I want to buy the upgraded Jungle Scout because it's on sale right now. Not going to do it. I don't need it right now. It's an extra $100 coming out of my bank account that I don't need to have happen. So I'm not going to do it. I'm just going to use the basic Jungle Chrome extension in the $40 plan, or whatever. I forget how much it is right now. But that's what I'm doing. Okay, I don't need to upgrade yet. Once I get there and it's an extra expense and I've got all this money flowing in, sure, it might be a benefit to me. Or maybe I might need to take a course. Do I want to take 4 courses? No, I need to take 1, follow it, and just hone in. Keep doing it, constantly focus on it. Stop getting distracted. Don't cram everything in your brain at once. and then just work through it. Get a little bit better every day, and don't overwhelm yourself. So how do you be successful? That's obviously everybody wants to hear the answer to that. There really isn't a right track. Some people have to have a breaking moment. So you may have to sit there one day and just realize that there's not another way for you to get where you want to go. I know you realize that you're probably tired of doing what you're doing. You're tired of dressing hair. You're tired of changing oil. You're tired of, if your job is to sell car insurance or sell houses or anything that you're doing, you're going to have those moments, just like you will with anything you do, this as well, where you just have a horrible week, have a horrible day, horrible month where 3 people canceled, 2 people backed out, you can't get a hold of anyone, 1 person cussed you out. That you're not going to get that online because you're not going to talk to people as much. But that's going to happen everywhere you go. So how do you overcome that? How do you make that mental shift? The first thing you do is you cannot compare yourself to anybody else. Unless you want to live their life and they're willing to teach you every step they took, then sure. If your best friend Bill is making $3 million a year and he's been extremely successful, follow him. But you got to make sure you're going to be willing to do what he did. Okay, you got to be willing to make those steps. It's easy to say I'm willing to do it now, and it's easy to make that mental shift like, oh, okay, I can do that. And then our mind does tell us that we are being successful. So then it naturally tells us to go out and buy a nicer car because we need to look successful. We need to do this. We need to do that. I mean, look at the guy that owns Amazon. I don't even know his name anymore. He was driving. He did an interview with whoever when Amazon was just blowing up like crazy. They're making money hand over fist, and he's driving a beat up Honda Accord, okay, from like the 80s or the 90s. This was like 30-year-old car, 20-year-old car, and he's still, it's a good car, right? There wasn't anything wrong with it. Sure, could he buy a Ferrari and 10 Porsches? Absolutely. But you got to make that mental shift like, hey, I'm not just going to spend money to spend money. It needs to further my business. The second way to do that is to make an action plan. So set up your day. I'm going to do this today. I'm going to do this today. I'm going to do this today. And then cut it off. Don't do too much. Don't overwhelm yourself. Don't take too much time from the family. That's my problem, where I try to focus on one thing and just go gung-ho, and then I get burned out, and my family gets the lashes of me being frustrated, and they lose time with me and all that. And you just got to find a way to fit it in your day. Whether it's making a planner and just saying this, this, and this, whether it's just saying I'm only going to do 3 things a day, so I'm going to focus on 3 things that take an hour, or 2 things that take an hour and try to focus on that. I'm going to cut out TV time. I'm going to do this. Try to find a way to plan it. So take up your cell phone every morning, put in what you're going to do that day, and then focus on it. I do it during lunches. I do it after my kids go to bed. So that's the way to do that. So once you've done this stuff, this isn't a plan, this isn't going to make you successful, but you literally have to do it. The biggest thing I can tell you is don't let people's opinion of you determine where you go. You're the only one doing it. You're the only one that knows how to get there, or you're the only one that has decided, unless you have a partner, which, more power to you. That's amazing. You got someone to keep you accountable. But you need to tell your family, make sure they're on board, make sure they're there to support you. If not, you need to know that. It's going to be harder if you're still going to do it without their approval. There's plenty of spouses that have, years later, man, I'm so glad you didn't listen to me because you made it. Now we can go on vacation every twice a year and 3 times a year or whatever. So that's it. I just wanted to give you guys the reasons most people fail, the reasons I've failed, and the reasons you can be successful. You have to make that mental shift. Focus on one thing. Make sure it's the right thing. If it's not, jump ship now. Jump ship right away. Make another jump to something that you think is the right thing for you. And if not, maybe you jump 3 times. But don't keep constantly jumping from strategy to strategy because it won't work. If you're hoping to get lucky, you might as well just go to the casino. At that note, I'm going to leave it. If you guys liked it, give me a thumbs up. If you didn't like it, give me a thumbs down, and I'm sad. If you want to know more, follow me what I'm doing. I'm just going through what I do on a daily basis. I want to look back at these videos 10 years from now and see where I came from, documenting what I'm doing. I'm on my first product at Amazon. It's hitting the market, hopefully in the next couple days. I've got a few in the inventory, so I'm a little scared that I'm going to run low if I start selling, so I'm not going to put a big push on the advertising. I just want to see how it does on its own, if it even sells a couple. So if I can sell 1 to 2 a day without any advertising, then I know I've got something to jump on, and I might make a larger order, start focusing on that, and try to bundle it. Anyways, I will see you guys in the next one.